Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm filming my July wrap-up, and I just realized, putting the pile together, that I don't actually have a lot of books that I read this month, so hopefully it'll work out fine. So in July I had a few books that I had to read for review for Netgalley, and I had a book for book club, and then I also wanted to try a readathon on YouTube, and I was trying the hashtag TBR Takedown 2.0. I'll put it here. And that one I didn't really finish. I have two books that I didn't read from it, but that one was fun. I wanted to try it because I am currently trying to do a booktubeathon. So let's get started with what I read in July. I will do the books I don't currently have with me first. The first book is 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. It was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I have a review on my blog, which I'll link below, and I was going to do a video review, but I lost it somehow. I probably accidentally deleted it, so I will try and film a new one soon. 1,000 Nights is a retelling of 1001 Nights, and it is about a girl who marries a young prince who has killed hundreds of girls before her, and she's not sure how long she lasts, but she tells him stories every night and she somehow survives. It was really well written. I really enjoyed it. Number 2, The Corridor by A.N. Willis. This one I really liked. It's about traveling through dimensions, and this one I found actually a bit too short. I was traveling back to my apartment from vacation, and I was reading it, and then it just ended, and I didn't have another book to start, and I was very sad because it was really good, and then it just ended. So I look forward to reading the next one. So it's more than just traveling through dimensions. There's like worlds can get destroyed from traveling through dimensions, and politics, crazy stuff, and then there's also humans that are more advanced than other humans and have powers, so it's really quite cool. So number 3 is Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder, and I do own this book, but my friend is currently borrowing it, and it was for book club, and I really enjoyed this one a lot. It was really good. Yelena is about to be executed for murdering someone very important. I forget his name. And so she is about to be hung, but then she's offered this position as the commander's food taster. So she takes this job since it means she'll get to live, and when she's working this job she learns many things about everything that's happening in the commander, and she has to decide what she wants to do and how she helps, and it's a very action-packed story, and I really look forward to reading the next one. The 4th book that I don't have with me but I have read is also from Netgalley, and it is Manga Classics, and it is, what is it? Great Expectations. And the original story is written by Charles Dickens, and I actually haven't read the original, so that's probably why I did not enjoy this one. I just found like it skipped over so many things, so I didn't know what was happening. It just didn't feel like a complete story. Since you didn't really know any of the characters too deeply, it just kind of skimmed over it. I thought, since I haven't read it, this might be a nice introduction to get me maybe to want to read the book, but now I really don't want to read the book. Yeah, the Manga Classics. It was cool reading it as a manga, but it kind of just skipped over so many things, I think, that I just didn't follow along with it. I didn't enjoy it. I just read it so I could read it. So one of the books I read is Lumberjanes Beware the Kitten Holy, and I realized in the last video I kept saying Holly, not holy, so it's Beware the Kitten Holy. And I heard this one was really fun, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. The pictures are really fun and happy, but sometimes I guess it's just the style. They're very sketchy and, I don't know, very cartoony, but that's okay if you like that. I just didn't want that in the moment. But the art is fine. It's very colorful, bright, just not what I was wanting at the time. The story just seemed very weird and kind of like the person took a lot of drugs and then wrote it. So the plot line is just weird, bizarre. They're pretty much at this camp and just the weirdest stuff happens and there's no logic behind it at all. It just goes crazy. And I guess it was fun and interesting, but I just didn't want to read this when I read it. I should have waited, but I thought I wanted to read it, but I didn't know what to expect. And I kind of like when you get a story, you kind of know what's gonna happen, or you kind of think you know, like the character has something they need to do, and they need to grow as a person to accomplish this task. But this one is just a bunch of girls that are at camp, and then weird things happen, and I don't really know where the story's going, and I guess that's why I didn't really like it. So I also read The Winner's Crime by Mary Witkotsky, and I'm very happy I finally read this one. This is the second book to The Winner's Curse, and really liked the first book, I really liked the second book. That ending though, if you've read this and the ending, just, I'm kind of sad I read it now because I have to wait so long for the third book and I just want the next book. I was on the edge of my seat, I got frustrated with the characters, and then I was happy with the characters, and I just really enjoyed this book. I also read P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, and this is the second book to, what is it called? To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And this one is cute. The ending feels a bit rushed. But other than that, it was really cute. It was a nicely told story and I enjoyed it. There was a bit of a love triangle at some points, but it was more like a square. It was kind of interesting. So that was frustrating, but I really enjoyed it. The last book I read in July is, whoops, Splintered by A.G. Howard, and I feel like I would have liked this so much more if I didn't, like, this is ridiculous. I was this close to finishing it and then I went on the bike trip. So I had 2 weeks to forget everything. So this is kind of like an add-on to Alice in Wonderland. This is Alice's great granddaughter. And it is quite interesting. There is a few twists and it does stretch your mind since it is a very creative as Wonderland is supposed to be. So yes, it will stretch your mind, kind of confuse you, and the politics of it are just so confusing. Those are the books I read in July. I'll just hold up the ones that I have. Yeah. These are the only books I actually have with me. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a fantastic week and good luck on your booktubeathon reading challenge if you're participating in that. So yeah, bye.